Hi, this is Linda West with Living Live, and I have a question for you. Have you ever thought of selling something online and then you got a little bit discouraged? You didn't know what to do? Well, today's guest, Veronica Jeans, she's going to give us 3 ways that we can make money selling stuff online. Now, how does she know all about this? Well, she's an expert. She's a Shopify expert. Let me get her list. Hold on a second here. I want to make sure I say all this right because she has done so much amazing stuff here. But she is an e-commerce mentor and coach. She helps people get their stores up and running and successful. If you want that, you really want to listen in today. She's a marketing and advertising. She does video marketing. She does 90-day courses like jumpstarting your business. And she does lively workshops, weekly live workshops. And she also does keynote speaking. But she's an expert in the field of, helping people get their business up and running online. So Veronica, welcome to the show. Really excited to have you here today on Living Live.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just as excited to be here on my boat.
Now, yes, she is on her boat. You can see a little bit in the background. She's got Bosch back there. Now, if you are a person who is interested in learning how to sell stuff online, or if you know somebody who's interested, go ahead and share this video out. We want to make sure that we get this information into as many people's hands as possible, because here's the thing. There's an abundance out there. It's all out there for us. We just have to know how to get it. So Veronica is going to help us today. And if you're watching live, which it looks like William is, say hi, William. say hi, William, Veronica.
Hi, William. Sorry. Hi, William. Yes, great.
So go ahead and share this out. And so Veronica, let's talk about, first of all, how you got started doing this kind of work. And like, what was that first thing you were like, I'm going to try this and see if it works. And then how'd that go?
Well, I wanted to actually sell something online. And I thought, now, so you got to think about what are you going to sell online? And then I connected with a shopping cart. At that time, it was 3D cart. And I spoke to the sales guy, and it's lots to think about, because you got to decide what product you want and where you're going to find it, and are you passionate about it? But he then connected with me and said, hey, can you help these customers that I have? And I said, well, why not? And then he started sending me customers. And that's how I got started in helping people to get their businesses online.
So would it be safe to say that you really didn't know what you were doing yet, and he was already sending you customers?
No, well, like that would be cool,
like,
right?
wow.
No, so I've been in and out. I'm a Microsoft certified systems engineer, so I know a lot about the internet. I know a lot about computers, and then I managed to. I actually got inveigled into teaching kids in high school how to get their websites up for competition. And the teacher said to me, well, you know all about computers, just come and help the kids. And I said, well, I can fix your computer, but I really don't know anything about the internet. She says, well, you know about computers, just do it. And that's how I got into HTML. That was plenty of years ago, but just staying ahead of the kids. And I got interested in the coding part. And I've had several companies around since then, which had nothing to do with actual websites and everything. I just came back to it, and I've owned a company where I made about within 4 years with $100,000 investment, I made $2.3 million in 4 years. And yes, that was exciting, but it wasn't my passion. It wasn't my passion, and so I got out of that, and then I decided, now what do I do? And I had all these tools in my toolbox, and financing, and it was a recruiting company, so I knew how to sell and buy bodies, right? Which is a lot more difficult because you're dealing with people and marketing. And so I wanted to do something online because my passion is online and my passion is business.
So you got into it then. Getting into this, would you say that was kind of on accident then? Because yes, it really wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do this.
No. Total accident. Yes.
So after you made the 2 point something million, what did you, was that hard to walk away from that? Or were you just really tapped into, your heart and said, my heart's not in this and it's not all about money? Or how did that happen for you?
Well, and my heart wasn't in it, and every day I would go, "Oh no, I've got to go to the office." You know, it was
Oh,
really a bad idea, and I'm happy to say that we had Ike in Houston, and then we had the recession, which was really really bad down here and everywhere. So I was happy that I actually managed to just wind it down and walk away from it. So I was very lucky being able to do that, because it's very difficult to actually walk out of that situation and
mhm.
not stay in it, right? So
Yeah.
so I wanted to do something that I'm passionate about, and helping businesses actually get ideas and create something and give them different ideas and help them is really what I love doing, which I did while had my company as well.
Yeah, it's like, what's your favorite part of that? Is it like when the light bulb goes off, or what is your absolute favorite part of helping your clients do that?
It's when they come with an idea and they go, well, I've got this idea and I don't know what to do with it. And
Mm,
my brain starts, okay, so maybe what we should do is, if you do it, twist it just a little bit this way, it looks a little bit different, but it's more to what people would be attracted to buy. Or you know think about a different way of selling it, and selling yourself, right?
hmm. That's interesting because I think I shared with you my idea. I actually have a lot of ideas,
Yes,
but it's almost impossible to implement all the ideas.
yes,
I shouldn't say almost. It is impossible because the
yes,
brain thinks of ideas all the time,
yes,
and so
exactly.
spitting that idea out doesn't make it happen.
No,
So,
no, exactly. So I've been very fortunate in my life. When I came to America, it was like, for me, it was like a smorgasbord of, oh, there's so many people, and what can I sell to these people, right? So, I attracted a couple of CEO coaches, and so I was coached all through my business life in America. And one of them said is that as entrepreneurs, all we do is like, all these ideas. Oh my God, what are we going to do?
mhm.
And so you have to just narrow down on one idea, and then concentrate on that idea and develop that idea. And then, because we always think the grass is greener on the other side, we can have one little side project bubbling here on the side that occupies this other part of the brain.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
but we have to concentrate on that one thing and build that one thing, because if we don't, we're never going to accomplish anything.
So how does a person, if they have a bunch of different ideas, like mine, I'm not gonna tell exactly what it is because it's not out there yet. But one of my ideas, it has to do with shoes.
Yes.
And then I have another idea. I forgot to tell you about this one is t-shirts. I actually have t-shirts that are designed and ready to be sold, but I don't know how to do like I don't know how to do the shopping cart. I don't know how to put them out there. I
Yes.
don't like the how, but I have the designs already. So I have a bunch of different ideas of things I want to sell. How does a person decide this is the one I should start with and concentrate on just that one and
Yes.
get it going?
So what I like about it, so first, your t-shirt idea is probably more viable than the shoes idea, because now with the shoes, you still have to get you still have to get a manufacturer and interview people and see sourcing. But with the t-shirts,
Mm.
um, especially with Shopify, is extremely easy, because you have apps, t-shirt companies that have apps within Shopify that you connect to, so you can order one at a time. So you don't have
Oh,
to have inventory or anything like that. So that's how you can actually start. Um,
that's
yeah,
awesome. I'm like,
yeah,
I've had these designs for about 4 years
yeah, yeah.
and I just didn't know I still don't know what to do, but I know at least there's a way to put them out there.
Exactly, exactly. And the thing is that is to start, right? Set it up and start it. And then slowly get everybody involved. And like any business that we start, is we sell to family and friends. And then they get bored with us. And then we have to start going out there and selling to other people. But
Mhm.
you start selling, you start telling people about it, and then it starts growing slowly. And nothing grows fast. The myth is that I made $1 million overnight. It's not going to happen. You just have to be everywhere. You got to market. You got to do all those other steps to get your product out there. But start, just
So,
get it
okay,
going.
so what is a realistic amount of time for a person to really think? I'm not sure if you can put it in hours wise or
Yeah.
weeks or months or whatever, but what's a realistic amount of time for somebody to spend um, to make, let's say, $10,000? I mean, just it's going to be totally ballpark, of course, because that's probably a dumb question. I
Yes.
don't know. I want to
Well,
ask the question.
and that's the thing is it depends on your product. So if you're selling a $5 item, or say for instance you're selling a t-shirt for $35, okay, it
Hmm.
costs you $17. So you're making 15 dollars. I can't do the
18,
math
yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
whatever. But so you gotta think about how many do you have to sell to be able to get to that 10,000, right? But
Okay.
the conversion rate of selling in a store, Amazon or any of these marketplaces, is between 1.5%. Well, let's say between 0.5% to about 3%. When you're really getting good and you've got money to spend on marketing, yes. So in fact, I was looking at the growth of this little company. They sell root cards, inappropriate root cards, and $5. No, $4. Okay, so she's
Hmm. Hmm.
making $2, right?
Okay.
So we marketed and we worked it and worked. So it's a very niche market. It depends on where you're selling, and it's a very difficult thing to sell. Not everybody likes root cards, right? And when do you use the root cards, right?
Yeah.
And she can't really blog, or she's very restricted to what she can do. She made $900 last year, the first about four months after when we started. She's doubled her sales already this year. So,
Okay.
but when you look at that, then you can make money. But you've got to be persistently in front of your customers, because they're not going to buy from you just because you go, hey, I've got a product to sell.
Yeah.
You have to be in front of them all the time, and they go, you know what? I need a card. Oh yeah, I remember. She suits what I need right this minute, right? So that's what you got to think about when you're selling products. And sometimes it goes slow. And one of my other customers, she said she sells puzzles, personalized puzzles. So
Hmm.
you upload your picture and she makes a puzzle out of it. But she said it was like 10 months of struggle. I mean, I was there every single day. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, let's go, let's go. Like a football team cheerleader, right?
Yeah.
We're watching football. And and she said it was 10 months. And she had a very small budget. But it was 10 months, and it was like an Apple store where people were lining outside the door, and she started selling. So you cannot ever give up. It depends on what you're selling and what you're doing with your money and how much money you're spending. Not all of us got millions of dollars to spend. Even when you do, it doesn't always take immediately, right?
Right. Right. Now, what about books? Like if somebody has a book and they sell their book online?
Same thing. Same thing. It's you got to market anything you're selling. It's got to be something that the customer wants. You got to be at the right place at the right time and at the right price. So you got to know your customer. Like everybody says, you got to know your customer. Who are you selling to, and trying to attract those customers to you. But the secret is to create this audience, the customer base or prospective customers. They're not customers yet because they haven't bought.
Mm.
These people that watch you and click on you and like you, and whatever you're showing them your behind the scenes, and you're showing them how you make stuff, and you're showing them, you know, memes. I call them memes, but apparently they're called memes. Memes,
Memes.
right? And then you're showing them funny stuff, and you're educating them about your product, and then you sell them, right? So it's an 80-20 rule where you entertain your customer and then you sell to them. But it's that whole cycle of your customer getting to know you, and then when they need you, you are in front of them. Because believe me, if you're not in front of them, somebody else is. Because like the t-shirts, there is lots of competition. I cannot tell you in anything that you sell today that there's not a lot of competition.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to be amazing to create something that there's not a lot of competition, right? But it's what you do to stand out from the competition, because as I said, it's Amazon and all these other platforms and people, and I have to say, Chinese are all selling to us, and they've got really cheap products. So if you're making and designing your product, you've got that competition as well. So selling cheaply also doesn't help either. You got to have your price breaks and decide what you are comfortable at selling at, and obviously what the market bears as well, right?
Right.
But the funny thing is, it's like you put your prices up and you're attracting a different clientele. So if you've got a quality product, it doesn't really matter. So I've got a little boutique with babies' clothes, babies and what they call them, tweens and toddlers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
$25 to $55 a shirt. Yes. A pair of shorts, yeah, $45. It's like, holy cow. But people are buying it because it's fantastic quality. There's not a lot of them, right? So they buy because they're out, and it's like buying Nike. Everybody walks around with a Nike shirt or an Apple, whatever, Apple phone. It's that same thing, because we're paying a lot of money for our Apple phones, right? Why?
Right.
Okay, they are fantastic, right?
That's why. That's why.
But you see, you're also paying for the experience of Apple, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you got to think about.
Okay, so that's interesting. So today we're going to be talking about, was it three ways to make money selling online. So what are those 3 ways?
So 3 ways to make money online is you have to have a really good product, a quality product. You got to know whether the customer wants it, and you got to make money out of it. So exactly, right. So quality product is because if somebody gets something and they go, I paid $120 for this, and it's really not good. So, and then you want to make sure that your customer wants it. So unfortunately, we fall in love with our products. We fall in love with what we want to sell, right? And then it takes a little bit longer to sell because we don't know whether customers really want to sell. So technically, we should do a pre-launch to see if people would really love our product. So it's always good to put it out there and say, hey guys, I've got this product. I'm going to sell it. Would you buy it? And people give feedback, right? People really give feedback. And then if your customers are going to sell it, or show it to friends, right? Print a couple and then show it to friends and go, I'm going to sell this. Would you buy it? Then if you survey just a few people and they really would like to buy it, and you say, okay, I'm going to sell this for $45. Would you buy it? And they say yes. You go, okay, I'm starting, right? So and then your pricing has to be right, because so you have your base price, you have your cost price, then you have your packet. Everything has to be included in that. Your packaging, your little cards, your whatever you want to put in it, your wrapping, and then you need to make money, and then you need to make money when you're doing a promotion, right? Because when you're doing a promotion, you bring your price down. So when you're bringing your price down, you still want to make money. So when people say, oh, I got free shipping, no, they just put the free shipping in the cost of the product, right? Or you go, man, I got a bargain. I have 75% discount. Well, they still made money. So that's how you got to think about it. You must not lose money.
Well, we have to realize that too, that businesses are in business to make money. They're not in
Yes,
business to go
yes,
broke.
no,
It doesn't make
exactly.
any sense. Yeah. So, but I wanted to share with everybody that Veronica has two things going on today that we're going to share. But one is that she's doing a challenge. And let me ask you first, it's a 5-day challenge to launch your Shopify store.
Yes.
So is Shopify your favorite? And if so, why? Because let me see. Shopify, we can sell on Amazon now. There's eBay, which is a different way of selling. There's Etsy, there's all these different things. So why Shopify?
Well, Shopify is a platform, and a platform is like if you're talking about WooCommerce for WordPress, you're talking about some other commerce thing, 3D card. There's different platforms. So Amazon and Etsy are actually marketplaces. So that's the difference. So a shopping platform is where you have your own store. You can sell directly to your customers. If you're selling on Amazon or if you're selling on Etsy, you're using their system to sell, right? So think of it as a Walmart. Amazon, Etsy, all these places are like a Walmart. You putting your products on the shelves, right? And you hope that people buy it. And if they don't buy it, you take it off the shelves again. So,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what it is. That's the difference.
Okay,
And
because
yes,
they're so doing Amazon or Etsy, I'm hoping that people are doing searches and they find my product
yes,
because they're on Amazon, maybe searching for
yes,
something.
yes,
Now with Shopify, then I have to drive the traffic there myself. Is
yes,
that correct?
yes. Although, if they're on, say for instance, if your products are on Amazon or on Etsy, you have to drive um, traffic there as well. That doesn't change, but you have more work to do when it's your own store. But you control your store. Nobody else does. So Etsy decides one day that, well, now you guys are going to pay an extra 20 cents per product to sell your product on this, or you're not allowed to do that anymore, and they can shut down your store like that. You got no control, and they will.
Okay.
And the same thing with Amazon, right? They can say, listen, you've had too many complaints. We're shutting you out of this. Out of this, you can't sell anymore. But if you have your own store, it's you control it, right? So you should always have your own store, but sell on Etsy. You can sell on Amazon. You can sell on Pinterest. You can sell on Instagram. And so why I choose Shopify is because they've got 8 sales platforms. They're the only shopping platform that sell on Instagram. They have a partnership with Facebook. They were the first ones to sell on Pinterest as well. I don't know if there are other shopping platforms selling on Pinterest. So you have a buy button on Pinterest with your product. Yes. So they click on that buy button and they pop into your store and you sell to them. They click on a button on Amazon and they come through your store to sell. And they click, not Etsy. Etsy is, you have to actually upload your stuff on Etsy. It's a platform by itself. Nobody can integrate to them, but you need to do it as well. If you're making stuff yourself, it's Etsy as well. But if you've ever shopped on Etsy, you search for something and there's like thousands of people pop up, and then you have to make a decision on what to buy, right? So
Mm-hmm.
and then I think there's eBay. You can sell on eBay through Shopify as well. So you have your products on Shopify and you just post them onto eBay. There's actually a channel onto eBay. You channeled onto Amazon, um, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook. So yeah.
So because there's one shirt in particular that I just really feel like this is the shirt, the viral shirt, I just know it's going to go, millions of people are going to buy this one shirt I have.
Yes.
And so, are you saying that I can put it like a picture of it on Instagram and put a buy button there or something where they could buy it on my Shopify store?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Wow. That's really cool.
I
That's
know,
cool.
right? I know, right? So,
It's so much more than I thought. I had no idea. I just,
yes,
I hear about Shopify and I don't really understand what it
yes.
is. I hear about drop shipping. Oh, so why don't you share with us the difference of like what is drop shipping exactly? I'll explain I'll say what I believe it is and you tell me if I'm right. Let's try
Yes.
that.
Okay.
Okay, so my understanding of drop shipping is let's say I'm selling electronics or I'm selling cell phone gear because I love doing videos, right? So I'm
Mhm.
selling video gear. And I then have the video gear on my site. And when I sell it, it actually has, I actually have I don't even know what it is. Never mind. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So
Yeah,
why
no, no,
don't you
you're
tell
on the
us?
right. You're on the right track.
I am. Okay. Okay. Let me
Yes,
go on my
yes,
track then. Okay.
yes,
So
yes,
here's the thing. Okay. So you go to my store and you're going to buy a selfie stick. And
yeah.
then I've put the selfie stick up there and a
Mhm.
link to it and everything. The money comes to my bank account. The money goes to the company that I'm drop shipping it from. And then they actually ship it out to you. And I don't even touch it.
Yes, yes,
Is that right?
exactly. Yes. So,
Show me the money.
so the money part is exactly. So what happens is you actually pay them, so no, you get paid, and you order it, and you pay them, and they ship it out.
So I get paid first and then I pay for the product and
Yes,
have it drop shipped to the
yes,
customer,
yes,
my customer.
yes.
So they're my customer and their customer or just my
No,
customer?
they just your customer because you control the emails and the payment options and everything. You order it from them, and so you send out the information where they need to ship to, who it is to, but it's your customer. You don't send them the emails, right? And then they tell you, okay,
Okay.
this is the tracking, and this is how you communicate with your customer. They don't. Those are the rules.
Okay. Okay. So when I compare my shoe idea, which we
Yes,
mentioned at the beginning, and
yes,
then I compare that to my t-shirt idea, which is totally different because the t-shirt one I might actually have some hands on, maybe not, depending
no,
on
no,
I wouldn't.
no.
Okay. So but it's not drop shipping though, or is it?
It is. It is
Oh,
because you're getting a company to actually make the t-shirts, right?
and
It's
they're
your
going to ship it
design,
out for
and
me.
then they're going to ship it out for you as you're ordering them. But it's your
Okay.
design, so you control it.
Okay, so okay, there's that was the key right there. It's my
Yes,
design. So
yes,
now we go to the shoe idea. Like I have an idea of a certain type of shoe, and so we go to the shoe idea. Now I need to go find this company and that company and this company
yes,
and that company
yes,
that will let me do the drop shipping, and
yes,
then I need to put those shoes on my
yes,
store and
yes,
sell them. And then
yes,
again, the money comes to me, and then I pay that company who then
yes,
ships them out.
yes,
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I see where the t-shirt idea is so much easier because I
yes,
don't have to contact all those companies
yeah.
yet.
So,
That's fine.
so
Okay.
example is the kid boutique, right? So she goes to market, and she goes to New York and to big market, and then she goes and visits the vendors, and then she'll say, okay, I want 10 of those shirts and 5 of those. Well, she's got a retail store and an online store. Her retail store has grown first, and now she's online.
Okay.
And I want 20 of this, and I want 2 of that, and 5 of that. And then they will send it to her. She pays for it, and they send it to her, right? Then she sells it. So that's a little bit different, a retail store to online. So if they were drop shipping it for her, say for instance, if she ran out of a garment that she wanted to sell to somebody, she would
Hmm.
email them and say, hey, can you send this to my customer? Here's the money. And then they send it to the customer. But you got paid first, right? So it's like a triangle. You get paid, you send it to the manufacturer, and they send it then to the customer, right? Well,
Yeah.
triangle, sort of a triangle. Yes, yes, yes,
Triangular.
sort of, sort of.
Hey,
Yes.
Veronica. Good to see you, girl. Thanks for
Hi,
popping in.
Veronica. That's my name too.
Yes. Now, if you have any questions, while we're here talking about this, or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put your questions below so Veronica can answer them later or
Absolutely.
answer them now if you ask them right now. So like, what's your idea of a store that you want to start? And let us know. Just can be kind of interesting to find out what kind of product do you have that you want to sell? But now let's talk about the other way is they can actually sell their services on Shopify too, right? It's
Yes,
not
I
just
do.
products.
You can sell digital stuff. You can sell, so you don't need to even ship. It's just for download. I sell my services since I have to be on Shopify, but it's very easy. I just everything is a product, whether it's a workshop or it's a book or that you can download, or it's a physical product. Everything is a product, right? And it has a price attached to it.
Right.
And then they get if it's a workshop, for instance, they will get entry into somewhere where they can actually do it, or they come into a workshop, or you do the one-on-one. But yes, I mean, you can sell anything.
That's so awesome. I love that. Now we're just about out of time, so I want to share with everybody that Veronica is doing a 5-day challenge to launch your Shopify store.
Yes.
So if you go to livinglive.tv/5day, she holds these challenges frequently. So go ahead and click on that link. Well, I'll put the link above, but livinglive.tv/5day, and that will take you straight over to her challenge. And so she has them going on just about monthly. So you're not going to miss one. If you have an idea of a store that you want to start, I highly recommend you going and doing this 5-day challenge. Maybe you know a child like an 8, 9-year-old, 10-year-old who might want to do this, because there are kids making lots of money doing this as well, right, Veronica?
Yes, absolutely. I was just talking to a lady here at the marina, and her daughter decided to sell. I mean, she's not doing it online, but she's 17 years old. She bought herself a tanning thing, and she's selling tanning things to sessions to her friends for $20 a pop. Like,
oh my gosh,
she's in high school. Isn't that amazing?
I love it. So, and she's
Okay.
making money. I wonder how much she spent on that. Is a tanning booth kind of like one of those tanning booth things you
You
like?
know what? I don't know. We just casually talked about it, but I thought it was so amazing, right? So, and I mean, kids, my granddaughter is designing these bracelets. She can sell them online. She has obviously have to have somebody helping her, but yes, I've had a customer where her daughter made necklaces and was very successful selling them.
That's awesome. You never know, because the thing about kids is like they're more persistent and they have more time
Yes,
than we adults
yes,
do, because we've filled our lives with all kinds of stuff where they don't have all that yet.
exactly,
So you
exactly.
never know. I can't remember the name of the company, but there was a t-shirt company that, he sold millions of this one t-shirt design he did. And I think when it sparked in my head that it was these designs I have, I should make t-shirts out of them.
Yes.
So
And
yeah, the
yeah.
one shirt, I'm telling you, Veronica, it is going to sell millions worldwide. This is a perfect shirt.
I wish. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you just never know what's going to be a seller, right?
I
The
know this
one,
one is though.
yeah. So I think 2 Christmases ago, um, what's the top clothing store is where you buy the really designer stuff. It's really
There's so
big
many
store.
of them. I don't
It's a
know.
big. Anyway, so they sold a rock in a leather casing.
Oh, I remember that. I
Yes,
don't remember the
yes,
store. Maybe somebody here knows the store. Maybe the other Veronica knows that store. But I
yes.
remember that, and people bought it up.
I know, right? I know. You don't know what people are going to buy next, right? I mean, we bought pet rocks, right? Pet rocks,
Yep.
painted pet
Yep.
rocks. So
Yep.
yeah, you can sell
Exactly.
anything.
Well, they made little bands, like they had the pet rocks there was like a little band, they had instruments and everything. I remember they made
Oh
rocks out of that
yes,
too.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
But that's a very good point. And the point is that you may think, like, say you have something, you're like, I love this, but it's kind of ridiculous. Nobody's going to buy this. Don't decide for people what
yes,
they will buy.
yes, yes.
Don't make the decision for them. Put it out there and see, because what if you spent 30 hours, 40,
Somebody moving the boat out of the marina. and love to make
Whoa.
noise.
They like it. They like it. They say we're done. But what if the idea that you have, that one little product you had that you spent, say, 40 hours trying, like total, trying to figure this out, get it out there, trying to get people to buy it, and you find out that they love it and they're buying it.
But this is the thing, right? When the first bing come in, and bing, there's a sale. This email came in, and you sold something. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
I get a lot of my customers. The emails come through, and we celebrate every single sale because some of them don't even market and they get sales. They get sales on Amazon. They get 1 or 2 a month, and it's $70. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of money. It's $70. I can go out for dinner once a month on $70, right?
Well, and that's a great point, because that's one thing I've learned from my mentor is that how you value a penny
Yes.
is the same as you value other money. So it's valuing money as what it really is.
Yes.
And it's interesting because I just know my t-shirt's going to sell millions.
Well, and that's why we need to start doing it, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to join the 5-day challenge. You guys, go and join the 5-day challenge, livinglive.tv/5-day. And it's starting up soon. So get in your mind, what is something that you want to sell online, and you can test it out in this 5-day challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So before we go, then also you have a quiz. There's some kind of quiz that you do. You want to tell us a little bit about the quiz? And I'm going to tell you guys, type the word discover in the comments below, and then you'll be able to learn, tap into this quiz. So go and tell us what the quiz is.
Well, the quiz is just to find out if you have a store, if you need help, what help you need, what do you want to do, and what are you selling. And then after the quiz, you get a half an hour discovery call with me to see what I can do to help you. That's it. And
Awesome.
It's really fun. I actually went through it again, and it's really fun.
Yeah. So give me a little bit of time, because I'm going to set up my messenger bot to send it out to you. But type the word discover down there if you want that quiz to see, if you have what it takes, and then hop on a call with Veronica, and then see if Veronica Mendez says, we pick up pennies off the floor all the time and say thank you. I love that. I never say thank you, but I do pick them up. I picked up 3 today.
I pick them up all the time. All the time. Doesn't matter what it is. I pick it up because all those pennies. 100 pennies makes $1, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right? Yep.
I
agree.
So do this. I want you to, because she's on her boat. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and just flip your camera around and show us where you are. Oh, so beautiful. Now, are you on the East Coast? You're West Coast.
I'm on the, no. I'm Central. I'm in Houston, Texas.
Oh, you're in Houston. Okay. So
I'm sort of on the coast. So I'm about 45 minutes away. So I'm on Galveston Bay.
Galveston. Okay.
Yeah, near Galveston. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you weathered that. What was it? Hurricane Ike, you think you mentioned?
Yes.
Is that the one?
Yeah. We had Maria and Ike, and we've had several.
How is it now? Is it back to normal, or is there still a lot of devastation?
Well, Ike was a lot of devastation. That was quite a few years ago. The latest one we had was the Harvey flood, and that was terrible because the hurricane hit Corpus Christi down south, and we went, oh, thank goodness, right? And then the rain came, and it just sat, and it's very flat here, very flat, and it just sat,
okay.
and a lot of the houses got flooded. And people are still recovering. It always takes a lot of time to recover, right? Because to fix things and to get insurance and all this stuff. But hurricane season is coming up, and we're getting ready.
Okay, batten the hatches.
Yes, batten the hatches.
And the hatches. Well, Veronica, thank you so much for being here. And I'm looking forward to that 5-day challenge. And I'm hoping you guys will join me in there. And it's going to be a lot of fun. What ideas do you have? What do you want to sell? And learn how you can make some money using Shopify and other platforms. Okay. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. And Veronica, I'll see you soon in one of our other groups.
Thank you. Yes. I would love to see you. Thank you.
Bye.